Hello Biafrans and lovers of freedom across the globe. Welcome to Biafra Battle Cry, your uncompromising voice for truth, justice, and liberation. This marks a pivotal moment in the global stance against both the Nigeria Christian genocide and terror in West Africa.
Certainly, my Lord, and I'm most grateful. My point is a very simple one, my Lord, very, very simple. My charge sheet, as presently constituted, does not reveal or disclose any written law in Nigeria as at this very morning.
Thank you.
It doesn't exist, my Lord. And very finally, I think it is very, very important that I allude to what my lords...
Please, defendants, at this point, you won't go and make references. I just ask you to reply on point of law.
It is, my lord. I'm trying to explain exactly what the point of law is all about. We respect what you have just said.
Yes, let me hear the point of law.
My lord, I cite Eze v.
I'm coming. Consultants, you may guide him properly. Thank you. Let the consultant sit with his client. Or do we have all the consultants? Do they want to sit with their clients? Okay, let me see. Are you here? Mandela, you are here. Okpara is okay. Where are the others? Ejiofor, where are the others? Yes, you just have 2 minutes for this. What about the other two motions?
I should move my sometime?
Yes.
Thank you.
I've made an order consolidating the hearing of the three motions.
Okay. The next one, my lord, is an application, a notice of my commitment to file a final written address, which was dated the 11th day of November and filed on the same 11th day of November. It is accompanied, my lord, by grounds upon which this very application is predicated, and the grounds are 4 in number, my lord, and I went on to elucidate the body of objection and then the constitutional foundation and jurisdictional limits of this very court.
You will have the grounds stated?
Yes, my lord, you may. Ground number 1, my lord, states here, the defendant, having called evidence through cross-examination of all the complainant's witnesses, has given evidence and entitled to the summation of those points through a final written address. So I have actually entered my defense, my lord. What I did not do is to call a witness, because the evidence tendered by the prosecution were surgically demolished. The right to ground 2, my lord, the right to final address is a fundamental constitutional right integral to fair hearing under Section 36, Sub 1 of the 1999 Constitution, and no court had jurisdiction to unilaterally order its waiver without the express, informed, and voluntary consent of the right holder, which is myself. The third ground, any order directing or implying a waiver or final address constitutes a breach of fair hearing, my lord, which goes to the root of the court's jurisdiction. and renders the entire proceedings a nullity. The court, ground number 4, the court lacks jurisdiction to extinguish or dispense with mandatory procedural stage of criminal adjudication, such as a final written address, as this would amount to an unlawful assumption of power beyond the limits prescribed by the Constitution and extant laws. And ground number 4, for reference purposes, my Lord, Section 36(1) of the 1999 Constitution, which I'm sure the court has taken judicial notice of. Those are my grounds, my Lord, in respect of the notice, seeking this court's discretion to allow me to file my final written address. Having entered my defense, I move that this very notice be adopted, my Lord, in its entirety. The third and the very last one is the issue of bail. My Lord, the issue of bail. This was dated the 17th day of November 2025 and filed on the 17th day of November 2025. It's a very simple one. It is a notice, my Lord, brought pursuant to sections 35(1), 35(4), and 36(12) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, sections 158, 162, and 165 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015, and under the inherent jurisdiction of this very noble court, I am praying, my Lord, for an order admitting me on bail, the defendant applicant to bail on liberal terms, pending the determination of the invalid charge presently before this court, an order, my Lord, declaring that the continued detention of the defendant applicant, my humble self, in the absence of a valid subsisting charge under a written law in force, is unconstitutional, null and void, my Lord, and for any other orders that my noble Lord may deem fit to make under the circumstance. This is supported by an affidavit of 9 paragraphs deposed to by Prince Emmanuel Kanu, and also by a written address which I urge, my Lord, to accept its adoption.
Ask him where is the law. Ask Omotosho, where is the law? Where is the law?
You've just heard a message that echoes the cries of the oppressed and the resolve of the free. At Biafra Battle Cry TV, we stand firm in amplifying voices that challenge tyranny and defend humanity. Stay vigilant, stay united, and never stop speaking truth to power. Until next time, keep the fire of freedom burning.